Ahoy! Welcome to another edition of
Eating Like a Seasteader.
I'm Charlie Deist, and
I'm Katie Chown.
And we have got a treat for you today. We are going to be cooking with oysters, that little bivalve that has inspired so much greatness in the world.
So much deliciousness for recipes, actually.
Both true. There was a writer who John Updike once called the poet of the appetites. She was a food writer named MFK Fisher, and she had this great little book called Consider the Oyster.
And her last name was Fisher?
Her last name was actually Fisher, believe it or not.
It's too much.
She first starts off quoting Charles Dickens' secret and self-contained and solitary as an oyster. And that was from A Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Yeah. Fisher writes, "An oyster leads a dreadful but exciting life. Indeed, his chance to live at all is slim. And if he should survive the arrows of his own outrageous fortune, and in the 2 weeks of his carefree youth find a clean, smooth place to fix on, the years afterwards are full of stress, passion, and danger." Makes me want to read on.
I would like to hear a little bit more.
All right, one more paragraph. He, but why make him a he, except for clarity? Almost any normal oyster never knows from one year to the next whether he is a he or a she. It may start at any moment after the first year to lay eggs where before he spent his sexual energies in being exceptionally masculine. If he is a she, her energies are equally feminine, so that in a single summer, if all goes well, and the temperature of the water is somewhere around or above 70 degrees, she may spawn several 100 million eggs, 15 to 100 million at the same time, with commendable pride. So it's a long shot, if you're one of those eggs, that you ever even get to be an oyster, but that lucky oyster. So what do you say we get cooking?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I came up with this meal one day when I was looking around for what I could make with the only ingredients that I had. To start with, I had oysters, so there's that. What else do I have? Well, I've got some Parmesan cheese. So I came up with this recipe. It's a cabbage salad. Cabbage and peanuts. Give it a nice crunchiness to overcome the squishy, soft texture of the oysters. Oyster, texture, oyster. The other thing about this meal is that it's extremely cheap. All of the ingredients are, under $1 with the exception of the oysters. You want to save as much of that oil as possible, sort of like your salad dressing base. Humans are obligate seafood eaters. We actually need the nutrients such as DHA from smoked oysters in order to grow our neural tissue and have a healthy functioning nervous system. Which is ironic because oysters actually don't have a central nervous system and they can't feel pain, making it a great choice for the vegans and vegetarians among us. That was the runt of the litter. Very tasty. But I notice usually by about the 6th or 7th oyster, if I'm just eating it on its own, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So, I do some apple cider vinegar, even a little squeeze of lime, just to give it that more acidic taste and kind of cut through some of the fattiness, the fatty goodness. And it wouldn't be an oyster salad without a little bit of spice. So, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this crushed red pepper. What else do we have here? I don't know, how about some garlic? Yeah. Really can't go wrong with seasonings. More seasonings the better. A little black pepper. And one more thing. I put this stuff on everything. Valentina. Hot sauce. Ooh. And there you have it. You've got a superfood, an extremely nutrient-dense mixture here. Very affordable. A small serving of oysters goes a long way, which is why I consider this a staple in the poor man's paleo diet. It's a mixture of affordability and nutrient density, where normally there's kind of this trade-off where the healthier stuff is more expensive. I don't think that cost should be a barrier to eating well. So I have a free guide, Poor Man's Paleo, and it's available on naturalmethod.com. That's my personal website, unaffiliated with the Seasteading Institute. But if you like the seasteading diet, you might like Poor Man's Paleo as well.